So wonderful. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our Forex morning call. Sorry for the delay. I had some technical issues this morning, but now it's on Zoom and on YouTube, and of course here on Traders Yard. Also, thanks for your patience. Thanks for your understanding. I'm working on these technical issues, but we will become better and better. I hope you had a great weekend. And let me see, I have to, yes, YouTube is working also. So nice to have you back here. Today, it's Monday, it's calendar week 24 and Monday 13th. And we want to talk about trading again. You know, it's a zero-sum game. We need a mathematic edge for our trading. But before we start, we have to pay attention about the risk disclosure and again, general risk warning. You're responsible for your own trading. So then let's go on, and we want to start with a quick view at the numbers for this week. Today, you see there is nothing. We are completely free, just a little bit of British pound, but tomorrow are the more important, and Wednesday, and of course this week we have the Fed decision, Federal Reserve rate decision on Wednesday. That's the most important. On Thursday we have the Swiss franc rate decision. Yeah, that's the most important numbers. And of course on Friday we have the Bank of England with the rate decision. So we become, we'll get a very, how should I say, busy week with rate decisions. So pay attention of this if you trade in smaller time frames. So be careful with this. So feel free to ask on Traders Yard, on Zoom, or here on YouTube, whatever you want. We can talk about everything. It's my morning, Forex morning call. So we are completely independent from any kind of brokers, which means we can talk about everything, whatever you want. By the way, I wanna show you the new English Instagram account. It's DowHow Trading. By the way, I give you the link on YouTube. So in case you wanna follow me on Instagram also, so please click on this link, and here of course in Zoom also. And if you want to go deeper with your own education, then I want to invite you to the English course. Here also, you will find the link here everywhere on YouTube, and of course here in Traders Yard also. Okay, so let's come to trading, and we want to have a look at the DAX 10 minutes. And as you can see here, 15 minutes, sorry. I changed a little bit to 15 minutes. So a lot of traders are working in MetaTrader 4, and there is no, in MetaTrader 4, there is no 10 minutes. So just work in MetaTrader in 15 minutes. Okay. So as I said, feel free to type in the chat box if you want to know something. Okay, so that's, you see, we are very far away from our point of control, which is 14,478 in 15 minutes, and the trend is still going down. So we are deep in the green zone. Maybe today or tomorrow could be start a kind of recovery, but we don't have to interpret. We have just to follow the price, and we have to follow the trend, because, you know, we are trend followers and not prediction of the trend. So what's about the trend? And you can see here, the market starts with a continuation of the downtrend. And this is really important. Why it's not, if you calculate your money properly, then you don't have to be worried about the weekend. If the stop loss is in profit, everything is fine. So you cannot lose money, except, of course, we have a kind of black swan. But this is rarely case. And most of the times you get out where you want to get out. So you see, don't be afraid if you hold a position over the weekend. And you see, trend continuation again. We can trail the soft stop closer to the last point 3, 13,853 euros by one future contract. So that means we have nothing to do for the moment except to trail the stop. That's really cool. Okay, let's come to our top instruments, or basically market overview. And I have the NASDAQ 100 here. My ear is crimped here. So, and you see it was a good thing. Yeah, a good thing to cut the possible loss. So you see small loss, and now the price is going deeper and deeper and deeper in NASDAQ. Let's have a look at the Dow Jones, my preferred. And here we have indeed now a really interesting downtrend. And this is the main trend. So here we go. That's the main trend. We start here. You see there was no close. Therefore, first correction, second move. And that means we have to wait until we see the second correction to follow the short trend. You will never know how far the trend will go. So calculate your money and then follow the trend. What's up today? So follow the downtrend, by the way. Then we have the DAX 40. DAX 40 also, there is a downtrend also. Yes, there was a trend continuation. So then we have this downtrend, deep in the move, really deep in the move, correction and move. So we have to wait until the next correction, then we can work with the short. I guess this will not happening today. We have to wait. Okay, so let's come to Bitcoin. And you can see what happens in Bitcoin. Yeah, it looks like that the downtrend will continue. Jesus Christ. The downtrend will continue. The uptrend is broken already. And there you see why it's so important to calculate your money and to cut the loss in your entry arm. If the trend is not working, then out. No hope, no regret, no fear, no something like that. Just follow and cut the possible loss. Because what you can see here for the moment is that seemingly the downtrend will continue. Look, we're working at the last point 2 in this downtrend. Because as you can see here, the downtrend here, the downtrend is not broken. Yeah, is, let me do this. So here is that's the last point 3. And you see the downtrend is not broken. And it looks like that for the moment, especially for the moment, this is the end of the correction. And now we are working on the trend continuation on the short side. And by the way, if you ask yourself how deep can Bitcoin fall, then there is a clear answer. There is a point of control in daily chart, $9,800. I hope you are not involved in Bitcoin, and I hope you don't bought Bitcoin at 80,000 or something like this. But you see how important it is to follow the trend. There is no reason to predict. There is no need to interpret. There's just only one need: follow the rules and follow the trend, and you will make tons of money. This is what you have to learn in trading, because don't forget, it's a zero-sum game. Really, it's a zero-sum game. Okay, so let's come to Euro USD. And in Euro USD, we got out with a wonderful profit, and now we have a downtrend. We are waiting for the next correction that we can follow the downtrend right now. Yeah, there is nothing to do for the moment. Just stay on the sideline. Then let's see about the gold price. Yeah, and in gold, we still have this uptrend. And the uptrend is this one. So that was the first trend arm. That was the second one. Then we had the third one and the fourth one. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Just see, was there a trend continuation? Oh yeah, there was a trend continuation. So I have forgotten one. So again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Here we go. So there is actually no trend continuation. So we are still in the fifth trend arm. As you can see, the price get rejected here at the point of high. We are circling in the red zone. Point of control is on the lower side. So actually, there is nothing to do. Okay, so that was gold. And I have all 5 instruments. And now let's talk about our running trades, how we have to manage the running trades. Okay, we start with Australian dollar, Swiss franc. So we started here again. So just have a look back into the past. So for the moment, check it out. We started here in the green one. That was the green one. We started here a long position. So then we could see, okay, it's not working. There was a big blue candle, which means we got out here. So then at the same time, we started a short in the downtrend, and we trailed the hard stop closer because we could see the trend was not continuing. You see, we didn't lose money because we trailed the stop into the profit. At the same time, again, there was a second trend arm in long. So we opened a trade here again. Then we could see, okay, it was not working. We trailed the stop into the profit zone. We didn't lose money. So, but the trend was still valid. We had a third trend arm. So we opened a trade again because it's the duty. And then we must realize, okay, it's not working. So we trailed the soft stop or the stop into profit. We didn't lose money again. So, and then it's 1, 2, 3 in the fourth trend arm, which means I open the position here again. Up to the fourth trend arm, an entry is needed. That's the duty. Earliest in the second trend arm, latest in the fourth trend arm. Main thing is you have to protect the money. So, and now my initial stop, where I calculate my money, is always at the last 0.3. So, and now I must realize, okay, there is a trend candle against my long position. And that means I trailed my hard stop here again to cut a possible loss. And this is very, very important because if the trend will continue, then we are part of it. If not, we have to cut the possible loss. Sometimes it's a kind of tricky, but first of all, you have to protect your money, nothing to interpret, no hope, just acting in a technical way. Okay, so next one, Australian Japanese yen. Now we had a close, as you can see, we had a close below my last 0.3, which is here. So there was a close below the purple line. Purple line is my soft stop. And so I trailed my hard stop now to this last candle, which triggers the soft stop. And let's see what happens next. Yeah. If we get out, we had a lovely and profitable trade. And maybe, let's see, we can make money 277 euro. That's really cool. That's really cool. So, but just don't intervene. Don't act in a manual way. Let the market decide. You will never know what happens next. Okay, one balance candle is just the end of the move. A second balance candle in a row means, okay, in this case, the sellers are really, really strong because normally a first balance candle after a correction or after a move means, okay, the buyers or the contrary positions come back. In this case, if you have a second balanced candle in a row, that means the previous direction will seemingly continue. But don't interpret, it's just an explanation. Yeah, we don't have to interpret, we have to follow. And that's the most important point. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, there is different because the point of control is here at this last 0.3. And now the price is in a correction. Yeah, and for the moment, there is nothing to do. Maybe there could be a new trend, but maybe not. And you see, in a zero-sum game, and that's really, really, really important, in a zero-sum game, you cannot make money with interpretations or with predictions, because interpretations is just in your trader's mind. It's just your individual interpretation. This is not, it has nothing to do with another trader's mind, because another trader's mind will not work in 4-hourly chart. He will work in Canadian dollar JPY daily chart, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. He has a completely different perception. Millions of traders, millions. We are not the Borg. Yeah, we are not the Borg from a Starship Enterprise. All of Borgs are thinking the same way. We are not Borgs. Yeah, we are individual thinking people. So think in a logical way, reasonable way. This is more important. If there will occur a new downtrend, then you will see it, because the candle on the right side is the conclusion of everything what happens in the order book. And what happens in the order book is the result of every opinions and vote of the people and of the traders that are involved in this trading pair, in this currency pair. Next one, Euro Australian dollar. So here again, we were pyramiding in this system, but we had to cut the possible loss. There is no reason to make a short, because as you can see, the downtrend is basically still valid, because there is the last 0.3 of the big downtrend, and we are still in a great correction, no more, no less. So it's not allowed to open the trend in short, because it's this downtrend short. The main trend is down and short, and we have to wait until we see a new uptrend, because in a normal way, you were still short. So, and therefore, no reason for going short, even there will occur a new downtrend, but we have to let it go. So what we have to wait is the new uptrend. And as you can see, I cut the loss every time. I made a little bit profit, but I cut the loss all the time. And here we are in the uptrend. In the uptrend, it's 1, 2, 3. We are still in the fourth trend arm. So it was my duty after this stabilization here to open the trade again. And now actually we are still circling in the correction and at my entry. So, but you see, normally the stop loss is above the last 0.3. And there I had my stop loss to calculate my money. But now after my entry, I could see, oh, there was a trend candle against my position. And therefore I trailed my hard stop closer to cut a possible loss, because I don't know what happens next. I don't want to interpret, I just follow. And that's all. Euro British pound. So you see what happens now. What happens? Look, again, we opened here a first position in my second trend arm. That's everything what we see here. That's my second trend arm. So in the second trend arm is the first possibility to open a trade, because first of all, we need rule number 1, it's a valid trend. That's what you learn in the course. So, but I could see, okay, there was no trend continuation. Price get rejected here. That means I trailed my hard stop into the profit to avoid a loss. So then the price kept me out and turned around. There was the change of the color. So I trailed my entry again. I made an entry again because it was still the second trend arm. But here, after my entry, oh my gosh, the next candle was a trend candle against my position. Again, the entry or the initial stop is always at the last 0.3. There I calculate my money because this is the worst case. But then I could see, okay, it's not working. So I trailed my hard stop again below this candle and I got out the teeny tiny loss. Still in a second trend on the price turns again. There was my changing of the color. So I trailed I opened a position again. The price was working. And here was my first trend candle against my position. And that was a big spike. So therefore, again, I trailed my hard stop again here. And I said, okay, market, please, it's the product good. So continue. If not, get me out. So, and you see, not to act manually, just to give the responsibility to the market is always the best decision. So therefore, okay, yeah, just now it's still running. So let's see what happens next. Then we have Euro Japanese yen. This is kind of similar to Aussie Swiss. This is Euro JPY. So we are circling around my soft stop and there was not really a close and we have to wait. Nothing to do actually for the moment. Euro Kiwi. We have two positions open, which means the long position is still running with two pyramid with two positions. And you see the downtrend is also working. Look, again, here we had the first entry in a second trend arm. So then the price was not working for me. For that moment, I had my stop loss higher. And there I could see, oh, there was a trend continuation. Yeah, here I was a lucky guy that I didn't get out. So I could see, oh my gosh, the price is not working. So I trailed the hard stop into the profit and I had no loss. But we were still in the third trend arm. I opened a position again here and I could see, no, it's not working. Trend candle against me. I got out immediately. Teeny tiny loss. So here we are still in, that's 1, 2, 3 in the fourth trend arm. And here I opened a position again. Hard stop was here this morning. And there I could see, yeah, look, a trend candle against my position. That means I trailed my stop loss closer to cut a possible loss. That's all what I have to do. Follow and not interpret. That's all. British pound, Japanese yen. Yes, the downtrend, the uptrend is still working. And the downtrend is actually valid. Yes, and there was a balance candle here. And we are working here at the last 0.2. So that means, okay, it looks like there is really power on the seller side. So it's the second trend arm. And that means, okay, we have maybe to open a trade in the short direction. So sell stop on the way down because changing of the color in my view here means that's a trend arm. That means that's a second correction. And in the second correction, we have to enter the market. Yo, British pound USD, that's really cool. British pound USD. That means the long is over. We made money. Yeah, with the long, respectively, we didn't lose money. Yeah, because we trailed. And here you can see we opened. Here you can see how important it is to make re-entries. You can see the first entry in the short was not working. Small, tiny loss. So that was the second adding position. That was the real entry, initial entry here. And you could see when I saw the price was not working, I trailed a stop into the profit. I didn't lose money. That's important. My adding position, pyramiding position was also not really working. I trailed my stop into profit. I didn't lose money. But I opened again. I saw, oh my God, it's not working. So I cut the possible loss And then you see 2 losses, but 2 no losses, and now a big winner on the short side. This is not interpreting. This is not predicting. This is just following and acting what you see. US dollar, Japanese yen. Oh my gosh. We are working on another trend continuation. Yeah, and here we go. Yes, we have a new trend arm. That means look at this one. There's a new point too. 1,970 pips in profit. Let's see what happens next. Okay, so there was a question of natural gas. Okay, let's see about natural gas. Because for the moment, I don't have any new trading ideas. So natural gas, is there a new trading idea? Let's see. There is no trend continuation here. That means, okay, the trend was broken here. That's still an uptrend here. No, there's no close. Now we are still in a second trend arm. Yeah, if the price will turning here, then we can speculating on the long. And there is a short also. And the short starts here. So, and now you have 2, which means opening on the short side, selling order here is also a good thing. Yeah. So maybe on the short side, but also be prepared for the long side also. Okay, guys, that was my part. I wanna don't waste your time too much. Sorry for delay today. Tomorrow it will be punctually again. So, and now thank you for listening again. If you have any questions more, then feel free to come into the education course. And otherwise, we'll see you on Traders Yacht for some updates during the rest of the day. And tomorrow we will see each other again at 8 o'clock. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. And as always, have courage and be kind, and may the rules of the force of the rules